Hello friends, this is Uttam De, JNB Hailakandi, Assam. Today we will discuss in our first session about concept of management. The chapter name is Nature and Significance of Management. So you are hereby requested to open your book and copy so that you can write down some important aspects of management. My dear students, we often say the successful man achieved that his goal, or India won the match, or Master X got 90%, Master Y got first position in the exam. In this way, we are often using the success. Think about the reason of success. Why they got success? This is very important. First and foremost, that particular person or particular organization or particular institution or particular country determined a particular goal. As a student, we are deciding our goal in respect of final exam score. On that basis, we can say our goal is getting 90% or 95% or 80%. In this way, we can set our goal as a student. Now, India has presently India has set the goal. What is this? This is nothing but to make India free from coronavirus. That's why India utilizing all resources and considering some step or taking some step to protect country from this invisible force. This disease is called COVID-19, deadly disease. Now, how can India achieve in this aspect? That is very important. Now, how a student can get his goal or target in final exam? This is the matter we have to think. Here, one aspect is coming, the concentration, determination, or devotion. Many aspects are coming. Hard work, smart work. But within all aspects, there is one invisible aspect. Or you can say invisible force, which can help to achieve the individual objective or organizational objective or nation objective. That is nothing but management. That concept can be defined in many ways, can be explained by many ways. Many thinkers giving the meaning in many different ways. One can say the management is a work or handling the situation or managing the group of person or managing the resources No doubt, all concepts or aspects are correct. There is no perfect definition of management. But generally, management considered as a process. My dear student, this process or any process contains or consists some steps. So fulfilling these steps give the outcome. Nothing but a management converts inputs into output by fulfilling some steps. In the management process, there are some set of functions. Later on, we will discuss this every function thoroughly. These are nothing but planning, organizing, stuffing, directing, and controlling within the management process. Hello. See, my dear students, the management concept, it's clearly mentioned on the slide. It is a process of getting things done with efficiency and effectiveness to achieve the desired goal or organizational goal or individual goal. So here there are three terms highlighted. You see, the process, efficiency, and effectiveness. And another thing, goals. There are four terms are to be clear first. Now, generally you know a process which convert inputs into output, or you can say finished product, or into a outcome which are usable for us. There are many processes: natural process, artificial process, manual process, mechanical process, electronic process. Here, the management is a process, means every process consists some steps or sequence of activities. These are to be performed time to time to achieve the organizational or individual or institutional goal or objective. Here objective means or goal means here we can say end result. End result to be achieved. Being a student, what is our goal? Nothing but score at the final exam, which is determined at early. So to achieve this goal, we have to, being a student, we have to follow some steps. And these steps comes under a process. We can say it's a management process. Now, being a student, we have to follow some steps. What are these steps? Nothing but management steps. And I told you, within the management, some common steps are there: planning, organizing, staffing, directing, and controlling. Later on, we'll discuss each. Now, let's understand the management concept. This concept cannot be seen, cannot be touched, intangible, but we can feel the outcomes, we can measure the outcomes. Whatever resources are available, or materials or valuable assets are available, these are to be used effectively and efficiently. There are two terms, effectively and efficiently. If one term is missing, absence of effectiveness, absence of efficiency, then there is no management. The process we have followed, but without considering these two terms, then you can say there is no management. Now, what is effectiveness? Effectiveness is nothing but completing the task, mind it, completing or doing the task correctly and timely. That is called effectiveness. Suppose I have completed my chapters within the stipulated time accurately, that means I have done effectively. Now, that is not sufficient for management. Another term is efficient. Means I have completed the work timely, accurately, and there was no wastage of resource. Means the cost aspect is to be considered. The least cost must be there. Whatever I have completed, the cost was least. That means efficiency is there. If I have done this work efficiently, effectively and efficiently to achieve my organization, to achieve my goal, then there is a management. Here these three terms are given very nicely. You see, my dear students, on the slide clearly given. The process, as a process, management is a set of functions. Already I told you, the planning, organizing, staffing, directing and controlling. Then you see efficiency, doing the task rightly, with minimum cost or with no wastage. Means I have done efficiently. Effectiveness, nothing but doing the right things and achieving the goals with time limit. If these three concepts or terms are present and done properly, then there is a management. Are you getting my point? So, first, once again, recall the concept. To understand the management, there must be a goal, individual goal or organizational goal or institutional goal that must be decided in advance. And to fulfill or achieve this goal, we have to fulfill some activities or set of functions or set of activities within the process. And these functions we will discuss later on properly, thoroughly. And whatever resources are available, these are to be utilized effectively and efficiently. We know effectively means doing the right thing accurately to achieve the goal. And efficiently means using least resource, least cost to achieve the goal. So this is the concept of management. Next, you see the next slide. What are the features or characteristics of management? See, characteristics of management. In our slides, there are 7 characteristics. First one is goal-oriented process. Management is a goal-oriented process. Next, management is pervasive. Third, management is multi-dimensional. Fourth, it's a group activity. Fifth, continuous process. Next, dynamic function. And last, individual process. There are seven characteristics. Now to understand these characteristics, first one, goal-oriented process. Now, as we learned or discussed that management is a process, now this process having some direction. That process having some aim, where to reach. So this process or whatever activities within the management process, each and every activities having the single direction towards achieving the goal or focusing the goal. Whatever activities, each and every activity are focusing towards achieving the organizational goal. So that's why we can say the management is a goal-oriented process. If it is derailed, the process is not following or focusing the goal to achieve the goal, there is no management. We cannot say it's a management. Second, it's a pervasive. Means it exists everywhere. In the natural process or universal, it is in universal. It exists in every organization or any organizations, every type of organizations. Wherever group of persons are working together, there must be a management. This group of persons try to achieve particular objective or goal. Means their activities are to be directed properly. Nothing but there must be a management process so that they can achieve their goal timely. So this process you will find everywhere throughout the world in any organizations. That's why it is known as management is a pervasive form. Next, you see, management is multi-dimensional. It having the multi aspects. Someone may say it's a group activity. Someone will say it's a management of people. See, all are correct. So management of work is also one dimension. Management of people is another dimension. And management of operations. So here we are considering three aspects or three dimensions. Every item has or everything has dimensions. So management also having many dimensions, but generally we are considering three dimensions. Management of work, management of people, and management of operations. Later on we will discuss thoroughly. Now this is also one characteristics of management, it having multi dimensions. Next, it's a group activity. To achieve an organization goal, nothing but team efforts or group efforts needed. Wherever group of persons working together, there is organization. So there must be a team, and these team efforts can help to achieve the goal. So one individual cannot complete or cannot help to achieve the goal. So team means group of persons, each and every body has to give their efforts towards achieving the goal. So we can say it's a group activity. Management is a group activity. Only one individual cannot achieve the organization goal. So it is not an individual activity. Next features is a continuous process. Management is a continuous process, never-ending process. After achieving one objective, again started another. So it's a process. One after another is going on. All functions of management, whatever the set of activities are available, these are performed on continuous basis. Planning, organizing, directing, controlling, all are continuous process. After completing one task, again is to be start another work. So another objective is coming. After achieving one objective, another objective is developed. That's why all functions are going on till the end of the life of the organizations. Management must be exist. Are you getting my point? That it's never ending process. It will go on till at the end of the organization life. Another point is dynamic. Very interesting. See, the management is not rigid. We cannot apply one principle in every situation. Here in school, we can apply the one management principle. Same principle cannot be or may not be useful for other day boarding school. So school to school. The situation may vary from school to school. So managing the students or managing the group of persons may vary organization to organization. So same principle we cannot apply in every organization in a rigid manner to get the objective or to achieve the organization goal. So we can say according to the situation, management is applying its principles to get or need according to the need of the organizations. Management is applying its principle. So that's why you can say it's a dynamic function of management is a dynamic function. It's not pure science, perfect science. The same law cannot be generated from every organization. Okay, same principle cannot be applied in all organizations. Next, last, it's an intangible force. We cannot see the management presence. We cannot touch, but we can feel with it outcomes, the result, which is measurable. The result is better or poor, time to time. The outcome can tell us about the performance of management, that intangible energy or intangible force capacity. So my dear students, these are the characteristics of management. Please go through once again. If any doubt, you ask me. There are, once again I am telling, 7 characters. You prepare notes accordingly after considering textbook and reference book so that you can give the best and you can discuss with me time to over telephone, time to time as and when you want. With this man, thank you very much. Hello friends, you prepare notes on what is or what do you mean by management. Next, what are characteristics of management from your idea and materials, considering material, textbook and reference book. We prepare at least these 2 questions so that you can appear the exam successfully. Thank you. Have a nice day.